Brittany Renner is a bitter baby mama. She had to watch another woman get the life that she wanted. Watched her get the ring, the wedding, the family.
The thing about the whole Brittany Renner situation where she's beefing with her baby daddy is that I would be willing to bet that throughout the course of her career, if you can call it that, there was probably a many men who were spending money on her that they could have been spending on their children, and that sort of behavior was never an issue with her until she found herself the baby mama.
Brittany Renner is broke.
Brittany Renner is jealous that that lady got the life that she wanted to live. That's exactly what it is. Child support is for the kid, not for your lifestyle. Hey y'all, welcome back to the video. In today's video, we're going to get back into Miss Brittany Renner. Miss Brittany Renner, you know, she get 34. I think she said she slept with like 35 men and like 24 and 24, I mean not 24 but 3 and 24 hours. She's also biracial, white mom, I believe black dad. Growing up, she was really good at sports. But so why are we here today? Brittany Renner is a bitter baby mama. I'm gonna say that. She a bitter baby mama. Do she got a PJ, her baby father, a victim? I don't think so. I feel like these guys, they go after these Instagram models or these baddies, and then they get upset when they are coming at you for your money. That's the only thing they wanted all along, so why are you surprised now? I do feel that way. But also, like I said in the beginning of the video, child support is for the child, it's not for your lifestyle. Child support is not for you to not be able to work, because she was getting $5,500, I believe, and then she decided that she wanted to move to California because, you know, the ladies are doing that now because it's like uncapped child support. So that's a low play. And they be like, oh, well, the cost of living is so much out here. I need $10,000, $20,000, $30,000. Like, I think she was asking for like $30,000 or $35,000. And no, that's not right. If it's too much, you might have to move back where you just came from, because the $5,000, $5,500, that's definitely enough to pay for a child, even if you're rich, because it should be $5,500 of your money and $5,500 of the man money. Like the father is not 100% liable. It's your 50% liable, or even maybe he should be 75% if you the full custodian parent. But you can raise a child off of $5,500 even if you are rich. And it's a baby. He's not even in like private school or nothing like that. She's jealous of that wife. Like she see the wife flaunting her stuff online. And do she be flaunting and boasting? Yeah, she do a little bit, but at the same time, why should she have to quiet her life down because it would make the baby mama uncomfortable or jealous? She shouldn't have to do that. But anyway, we got a lot of time packed, so let me do my disclaimer so we can get right into the video. Oh, but first, I need everyone to stop what you're doing. Please give me a like. Please give me a comment. Turn the post notification bells on and subscribe. It really helps me out the YouTube algorithm. Thank you. Disclaimer, everything in this video is alleged. Everything in this video is a personal opinion, strictly for entertainment. This video is protected under fair use. I don't know these people personally, so that's not a personal attack, and I didn't make this video to talk down on anyone. I just give my authentic opinion with no ill intent. If you're offended by anything in this video, I am not responsible for your emotions, because I be feeling like people forget that. But anyway, I just make great videos with full backgrounds on celebrities, influencers, and reality TV stars. It's not T-Page, but I do kiki with my real internet homegirls. So let's get into it.
There was a video that I did in my car where I was talking about how I had sex with, was it 3 men in a day?
Yes.
And then I ended up getting a yeast infection.
Yes.
I came out pretty unscathed for just a yeast infection.
Right.
Considering what I could have gotten.
Right. But did you think
I think about the ramifications
Yes.
of telling people that I had sex with multiple men? Yes, I don't care. It's the truth. If you don't see me as a potential dating person, then great, one less heart to break. Leave me alone, and I'm gonna continue to live my truth.
But you do understand, Brittany, that's hard for a man. Look, like you said, public versus private. Now, if you and I having a conversation, and you're sitting here, we have a conversation, and you say, well, Shannon, I slept with this many men. Okay, that's one thing. That's between you and I. But to have that conversation, and then everybody, Sam, John, and everybody else knows it, that's a whole different ball game, Brittany.
That's fine with me. I mean, I feel that.
But see, that's selfish, because all you're thinking about is you. What about him?
$2,500 a month is rent money for a lot of people. She wants spending money without working, and that's exactly what it's giving. I keep on hearing the number 25. Some people say 25 that she's getting in child support. Other people say 55 that she's getting in child support. But either way, now 2,500. No, I don't think that's enough. But 5,500 is definitely enough. But I mean, it's given she's making a scene because she's bitter because her relationship with Kevin Gates didn't work out like she thought it would. He's providing his wife a lifestyle that you thought you were going to get by having his baby. I mean, and that's the case. People like, I do see that sometimes where a baby mother will feel like she's supposed to get white privileges, but I mean, you ain't hold out. You ain't make him make you a wife, so you can't claim them privileges.
The funniest thing about the whole Brittany Renner situation where she's beefing with her baby daddy is that I would be willing to bet that throughout the course of her career, if you can call it that, there was probably a many men who were spending money on her that they could have been spending on their children, and that sort of behavior was never an issue with her until she found herself the baby mama. Now, all of a sudden, everybody needs to have their priorities in check. Now, all of a sudden, there's an issue with men spending money on hoes. Like, girl, please. You're sitting out here screaming at the top of your lungs that he spent $170,000 on his hoe, but there's only $11,000 in y'all's son's bank account. Meanwhile, that hoe is his wife that he's married to and has multiple children with, and the son who's only got $11,000 is 4. Not to mention the fact that word on the curb is he also allegedly pays $2,500 a month in child support. So $11,000 in a bank account, $2,500 a month in child support, and that's still not enough for a 4-year-old? Like, no, sis. I think what you meant to say was that it's not enough for you, because you cannot convince me you're not dipping into those funds. And then you're sitting out here trying to make this big spectacle about your son crying and trying to make it seem like your son's only crying because he has to go with his father, but then you also simultaneously made 0 attempts to soothe your son. And to be completely honest, I'm not making no accusations, this is just my opinion, but it kind of looked to me like Brittany and her mama were in that house riling that baby up before he even got there.
And Brittany Renner also gets a lot of flack because they feel like she groomed her baby daddy, PJ Washington. And I definitely disagree. Like I said, I feel like these men, they seek out these Instagram baddies and you get what you get. I feel like a lot of time people coddle older men and younger men. Because me and my uncle had even had a conversation about this, and he was telling me like he feel the same way, like she groomed him or whatever. And I was telling him, no, I don't feel that way. But he was saying like, and like I know when men say like when it comes to P, like a woman can have power over them, but that's the same thing with the man having power over a young woman's mind when she don't really know no better and she don't know game yet. But no, I feel like people coddle young men too much, because the same men that y'all say like a woman prayed or trapped, y'all coddle them, but that be the same girl that you call fast. So how does the woman know what she's doing, but you are acting like a man doesn't really know much, when most of the time younger men are running game on women? And I'm sorry, that's something that your father really need to put into their young child's head. Like, yes, a woman definitely will trap you, so that is your responsibility. Even if she does tell you that she's on the pill, or she tells you that she's on Depo, or she tells you that she has an IUD, you should still trap up, or your pullout game gotta be on 1,000.
Brittany Renner is a bitter baby mama. She had to watch another woman get the life that she wanted. Watched her get the ring, the wedding, the family. And what did she get? The title of being a baby mama. And that ain't what she really wanted. But she let a man talk her out of her standards. She ended up accepting the baby no ring. And now she living in a life of regrets. And that's sad. That's sad. But Britney continuously fumbles. She should be farther along in her career. She should have more to show for being the original it girl on Instagram and social media, but she don't, because she continuously fumbles, right? You left PJ Washington for cheating just to end up playing around as a Muslim for a couple months and then marrying Kevin Gates and getting divorced a couple weeks later. Like, she just continuously makes bad decisions. As soon as I seen the video and I realized what was going on and that somebody was recording the interaction between the exchange of co-parenting with the child, I already knew it was some BS. Because I'm just like, why would you even have a camera out for this interaction in case you're waiting and hoping for something to happen that you could catch on camera? This is why you should stick to your standards and get what you actually want. Because beyond what y'all say, whether she groomed him or not, if you don't think Shannon Sharp did nothing wrong, then you shouldn't have nothing to say about her either.
Now, like I said, I do not feel like she groomed him. I feel like she was what he wanted, probably like a childhood crush, and he was able to crush his dream. And he obviously, most likely, he went into her raw, whatever. I mean, we know condoms do break, but he probably went into her raw. But on the other end, as an older woman or as an older person, just in general, you have to keep that in mind. Like, if you are 30 dating a 21-year-old, men don't really even fully mature till they like 40. And a young man most likely is going to want to experience other women. So why would you expect for this man to be faithful? I mean, that would be nice, but that's not really 100% realistic.
What was the last straw for you?
Honestly, the OnlyFans stuff. And he told me he had like never like purchased anything and like wasn't doing this and this, and like literally I just gotta tell the truth. I pulled up bank records that he had in the safe that we had, and I saw all these charges, and it was like a 2-year-old lie, and I'm like, you still didn't tell the truth about this?
Right. And this was for OnlyFans?
Yeah, and there's a lot of other stuff too.
Like what?
Like catching him watching porn of someone that I know, to be honest.
She definitely seems entitled, but like I said, this not your husband money. This is your baby daddy's money. You really gotta get what you can get. Cause yeah, some men, they be having trouble paying their baby mothers like $40 a freaking month, which that's freaking crazy. They definitely, I'm sorry, even if you paying $40, like if you're not consistent with it, I'm sorry, you got a little touch of deadbeating you too. Like $40, honey.
Now the way Brittany Renner had that baby already amped up before PJ even came to the door, the way she had her camera person set up to film it so she could put this on social media and get some clout out for it, let me know what type of woman she is, because she damn sure ain't no mother. The way you sitting up there complaining because your baby dad put $11,000 in the baby bank account, and you mad because he gave his wife $170,000. Now you mad. Your baby daddy gave your son $11,000. I can't even get it out. $11,000. Do you know some of these dudes right here won't even get their babies $10? Then you're getting $2,500 a month for child support. I think I heard it right. You know what's wrong with Brittany Renner, y'all? She is mad as hell because all this stuff she done went through with the soccer, social media, Kevin Gates. Now she gotta go to baby daddy because she can't secure a bag no matter what she do. She thought that baby was gonna secure a bag, but he dropped you like a hot potato. I don't care what you wear out to that car, them tight clothes, that man ain't studying your ass. You better take them $11,000 that you put in that baby bank account and them $2,500 and count your blessings, because you could be like me. You see how I'm in like this right here, so you can't see my work uniform because some of us got to work.
And people keep saying if she cannot provide for her child, then she is unfit, and that PJ and his wife need to come and get the baby. But Tiz, they already have children of their own, and most likely they are not trying to add another child to their life full time, because he just got he just got a $90 million contract. That's crazy. Like, he really ain't even got to work again after this contract is up. No, like, if he has the money to do so, like, so if he really wanted Brittany and his child full time, then obviously he would get the child full time. But obviously that's not what he want right now.
You know why I don't feel bad for him? There were so many people telling him he shouldn't be messing with Brittany Renner. The outrage this man got when he posted up with her, and he still proceeded and decided to put a baby in her. This man knew this girl was way older than him, knew she was known for being around. Like, I feel like at the time she was hanging out with like Tiana Trump. Like, what possibilities could you think that she was going to be a good girl to be with? Because let's not forget that she was dressing like this before, literally a couple weeks ago. So now she's like this in the gym taking pictures. And everybody talking about like, oh my gosh, she gets it from her mama, she gets it from her mama. One thing's for certain, mamas always believe what the daughter tells them. And I'm sorry, the baby crying when you're giving him off to the dad, the baby's like what? Like 2, 3, and y'all being tense. The whole situation is tense. Babies pick up on that. So at this point, I feel like they need a mediator and they need someone in between to pick up the baby and place it in the other care. Best believe they were looking for a fight, calling that man's wife a hoe. And why are they pocket watching his wife?
Come with me to Top Golf.
Okay, this is why she mad. Cause I thought y'all was in the store. I thought y'all was in the store. Now it all makes sense now.
Mind you, the $11,000 probably came from his money. Shouldn't she be matching it to make $22,000? And that's absolutely correct. Or like I said, maybe not matching it, but at least putting like 75% towards it. Because I don't feel like she has to match it if she has the child in her care all the time. But anyway, how does what he gives his wife, her mom, or her son's business? That's his wife. That trap didn't go as well as she plotted. Yeah, but you know what they say? They say the baddies, like Derrick Jackson, the baddies, they smash the baddies, but they wipe up the good girl, the girl that they can actually see a future with. But they need to take that same mindset and take that into who they are procreating with as well.
$170,000 to your wife, but $11,000 to your kid. Let's talk about it, girls. What we're seeing happen between Brittany and PJ Washington and his wife is textbook example of what so many of us are experiencing, whether we are the high conflict baby mama, whether we're the step mama, or even if we're just the father. Okay, let's unpack this. If you are Britney, or you are a woman who thinks that she was correct, I want to let you know that you are wrong and that she was wrong. I'm aware that as the viewers, we are only seeing a couple of seconds of this exchange. We don't know the context. We don't know the history. We do not know these people in real life, which is why my video is not going to be attacking Britney or any of the individuals involved, but just to kind of give you a little pushback, because this behavior is, one, embarrassing, and I do not think it speaks to the kind of women that we would like to be as mothers, as women, as daughters, as influencers, women with a platform. Anytime you are exchanging your child and you are meeting up, that needs to be done in good faith. Recording, antagonizing, having individuals a part of your village or your support system who you know are going to also antagonize, and unfortunately in this situation be the main reason why conflict is occurring, probably should not be present. Children are a product of their environment. And so in this video, we're seeing this sweet, beautiful baby boy crying when the exchange happens. I want to preface this by saying this is normal.
People always talk about how marriage is just a piece of paper and like you can break up anyway. And I don't know. I think I come from a marriage family, and I definitely see the benefits of marriage. Like, my parents are married. When my grandmother passed, my grandparents were married. When my great grandmother passed, my great grandparents was married. I have a lot of people that's married in my family, so I definitely see the benefits versus when you are creating children in different households, which I also have people in my family that done that as well, and I could definitely tell the difference.
When you sign on the dotted line to get married, you're entitled to Social Security benefits, death benefits, insurance coverage, bereavement leave, being able to file wrongful death suits, visiting if your partner go to jail, and then division of marital assets if y'all divorce. And the thing is, when he bought that Jeep and signed that piece of paper, it cost him $40,000. To sign a piece of paper to legally tie himself to you, it's going to cost him $40. And he still won't do it. And some of y'all are like, well, not all of us strive to marriage. I'm not talking to y'all. Some of y'all are like, oh yeah, well, I didn't get married because I don't want to lose my benefits. Also not talking to y'all. I'm talking to the people that came on here and said that their partner bought a house, a car, multiple vehicles, started businesses before marrying them. That is a red flag, girlfriend. Marriage covers your ass, okay? Marriage gives you legal ties to all the assets that he's getting, because what happens if y'all break up? You are not entitled to any of those assets, my dear friend. Y'all are trying to be lifelong companions.
So what makes me a side chick? Because I'm beautiful? And
no, because the one who everybody f***s but doesn't wife. That's the side chick. Sorry.
So who have I been side chick?
You wrote a fucking book.
Who have I been a side chick? But I was never a side chick.
Well, when you write a book about having casual, and by the way, not one of them claimed you. We assume you know why men don't claim women? Because we have our real girl that we don't want to tell about you. You know that.
Brittany Renner is broke and manages her money terribly. That's why she's in California courts asking for $35,000 from PJ Washington. That's a month, by the way. See, Brittany didn't stay in Texas. She went over to California. Why? Because Texas has a cap on how much you can get monthly. California does not. That's why the first thing gold diggers normally do after getting a baller is move to California. But here's the problem. We already know she's going to say she doesn't make enough money to survive with her and that one child, and that the bills are just too high. Kind of like her, she thinks that any judge is about to give her roughly $420,000 a year. To do what? Go play in a corner while you give the rapper of the month gawk gawk? Not to mention, PJ's married. Like actually married. Has been for 2 years now. And considering he makes quite a bit more money due to this new contract, which I'm sure has nothing to do with her asking for more money, there's a pretty high likelihood that if PJ asks for full custody, they might just give it to him.
Brittany Renner is a white mom biracial crash out. The thing is that these white women raise black children with the understanding of a white person, but not knowing that they show up every day in black bodies. So you can't think, behave, and act that way. And you don't know how to think, behave, or act because you're not tied to that culture. He don't owe you shit. And when we really want to talk about it, a lot of times these white women think they own the rights to a black body because a black man is fucking on them, giving them black children. So you raise your black child to think like you, and she can't understand why this man don't want to pay her more money as paying his wife. That entitlement is screaming white audacity. You're not setting your children up for success by having that understanding, and you can never relate to them. That's why I call them biracial crash outs, because at some point those two understandings, those two ideals in their head are going to crash up against each other, and the world is going to have to deal with your choices.
So Brittany is now begging for $35,000 in child support.
Brittany Renner, let's talk about it. So the interview she did with Shannon Sharpton, and she was talking about body count. First thing I thought when she said that the body count was 35 was me trying to make the math, right? Because she said in 2018 that the number was about 3 or 4. It was about 3 or 4 in 2018. Fast forward 2023, we had 35. So I'm trying to figure out where, like, even if we went with 4 in 2018, where did the other 31 come from in that 5-year time frame when you was in a whole relationship with PJ Washington and had a whole baby? So we know at least the baby was 9 months out of the time frame. So I was really just trying to make the math make sense. So then when I heard the other part, which was that she was out here smashing 3 dudes in 24 hours, then the math started to make sense. I'm like, okay, I knew you had to be doubling up.
Brittany Renner and her mother did not think this video all the way through. For some very odd reason, they thought they had a case built on nothing. Mentioning that he put $11,000 in his 4-year-old's bank account is not an insult. If anything, that 4-year-old is blessed. There are 4-year-olds who don't even have a dime to their name, no bank account, and you're complaining about him putting $11,000 in this 4-year-old's bank account? Something that was so comical to me was the fact that Brittany's mother was out here calling Elisa a hoe. Calling somebody a hoe when your daughter is literally Brittany Renner has got to be some sort of delusion. And now we see where Brittany gets it from. Loser activities are usually inherited. Brittany Renner didn't pick up on her loser habits from just anybody. She got it from her mama. And the way she was speaking to PJ Washington, she would never speak to Kevin Gates that way. We saw how obedient she was to that man.
Wasn't gonna say nothing at first, but I'm so tired of these comments of people defending Brittany Renner. And y'all only defending Brittany Renner because y'all are also entitled baby mothers. As a baby mama, you should not be comparing yourself to that man's wife. And $11,000 in child support and all this other stuff, I'm pretty sure he paid for the kid stuff when he get the kid. That is more than enough. Your baby father is not supposed to be funding your life, and I feel like that's where y'all get it twisted. His money is not your money. I really feel so embarrassed for him and his wife because, like, she's doing too much. I told people a long time ago something was wrong with her. She's a PDF, and then that whole Kevin Gates situation just made me so mad. Everybody like, oh, she changed. Baby, I saw right through that bullcrap. Now she back at square one, being a ghetto, miserable, and an HOE. And what did she expect? Did she really expect a NBA player to be a 50-50 co-parent, a full-time parent? No, you didn't.
All right, synopsis. I feel like just in general, a lot of people just need to be more intentional. First of all, who you sleep with, like just in general. Dana, I ain't played a whole video. I just played a little part of the clip. Like she was saying, like people be claiming they have high standards, but y'all sleep with anyone. And I even heard people say like, if you have like a roster, like you talking to like 5 and 10 people at one time, you don't have as high standards as you might think that you have. Yeah, I feel like people need to be more intentional who you are laying down with. And then especially like if you laying down, bro, you're not on birth control, make it make sense. And I feel like Brittany, she definitely, you gotta go a little harder in content creation if you want this man to pay for your lifestyle. Like she got a brand deal with Fashion Nova, like she doing like deals with them all the time, and I bet she's charging them like at least over $10,000 a month, and then you want him to pay you $35,000? That's crazy. But at the end of the day, she do live a certain lifestyle, so yeah, she would need more money than us. And like I said, for the man, you don't want kids, you don't want this baby mom, baby daddy drama. You definitely have to, of course, I know lust, especially as a young man, I know they be very lustful and, horny and stuff like that, but you gotta watch who you're laying down with. I mean, the hand might be the better option some night. But anyway, let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Do you like Brittany Renner? Have you heard of Brittany Renner? And do you feel like Brittany Renner was going overboard, or do you feel like she does deserve more money and she deserves $35,000? Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notification bells on.